beds. It's Mr. Eric, Sunday, November 28th, 2021. I feel freaking great. I got 11 hours of sleep last night. Went to sleep at 3 a.m., woke up at 2 p.m. And God, I feel recharged, refreshed. Every once in a while, you need to hibernate like that because you feel good right after. When you don't get good sleep for a couple of days and you get that type of sleep in, that hibernation, oh my God, you wake up and you feel good. According to science and all that stuff, it's very bad to do that type of thing, but I have no other option, really. When I got this nursing stuff, this business going on, like, where's my sleep? So I just gotta take my days off, take my nights off, and sleep when I get the opportunity to. So I'm happy I was able to do it today. Feels freaking great. Once I woke up, I ate, I went to the warehouse, picked some orders really quickly because they have to be shipped out tomorrow, and then went to the hospital. Today is my first ever nursing night shift. Now, going into this nursing night shift, I've never done a nursing night shift before. However, I have worked as a tech or a CNA, whatever you want to call it, on night shift before, and I love it. Many reasons why night shift is better, especially in the hospital. First of all, they pay better. You get something called a shift differential when you work nights because they feel bad that you're working nights. You're supposed to be naturally awake during the day, asleep at night, but I guess they feel bad for you. Society feels bad for you if you have to work at nighttime. So they pay you better. It's like $5 an hour extra. So why not take it? Because that freaking adds up. Another reason nursing night shift is great is because the pace is slow. There's no procedures going on. There's not all these doctors on the floor. It's nice and easy. Patients are sleeping too. So, you know, why not work night shift, get paid more, and have an easy assignment, have an easier night? That sounds good to me, so I'm just gonna freaking do it. I signed up for it. When I got the job, I said I want to do night shift, and they were like, bet. So here we are. First ever nursing night shift. Let me tell you how it goes. So I have this patient. We're just gonna talk about one patient today that has a central line. What is a central line? Well, it's basically an IV line that gets inserted into the chest, and then through the chest, it goes into one of the blood vessels. I think it's the superior vena cava, and goes directly into the heart. That way, it's like a direct blood draw from the heart. There's no real, like, contamination in the peripherals. It's very secure. Now, when there's an IV line as secure as a central line, the nurse can actually draw blood from it. In a normal IV, a nurse cannot draw blood from it because that vein is too small. You can screw it up too easily. That's why phlebotomy has to come and then insert a needle and draw blood from there. However, with the central line, no. When the line goes directly into the heart, there's so much room there for you to draw blood that the nurses are able to do it. So this morning, well actually later tonight, when I draw blood off this patient for them to get some lab values returned, I do my thing. I pop the vacuum containers on, I send them down to the lab in the collection container, the tube system, and then an hour later or so, I get the lab results back. And you know what the lab results are? Low potassium. This patient has low potassium values. Now, a normal potassium range is 3.5 to 5. I think it's like millimoles or something per liter, but you know, just remember 3.5 to 5. Now, the reason it's important to stay in that range is because your heart operates on sodium, potassium ion pumps. And when potassium or sodium is thrown off in value, the heart can get affected. So when you see low potassium, you automatically have to think about the heart, and you have to contact the provider to let them know the potassium is low because it could be critical. It could lead to arrhythmias, abnormal heart rhythms that cause death. So that's what I did. As soon as I got the abnormal potassium level, it was like 2.6 or something. I let the provider know, and they immediately put some orders in for bags of potassium. Bags of 10. I don't know what the value is here, but bags of 10. So the way these work is you hang them for an hour, like this bag for 1 hour, then the next bag for another hour, then the next bag for an hour after that. So 3 consecutive bags that run for an hour each. So for 3 hours, this patient is getting continuous fluids of potassium. Now, the thing that's great about the central line of the potassium is that there's not really a risk for like contagion or like irritability to the blood vessel. Normally, when you run a bag of potassium and it goes into a peripheral IV line, it can burn a lot, it can break down the veins, but when it's in a central line, it's way better because there's more room there, so it's not going to break down that vessel as easily. However, you still got to be careful when you run potassium. So that's how you correct a low potassium level in a patient. As soon as you get a critical lab value that's less than the 3.5, well, like even less than 3, you need to let the provider know. That way they can put orders in for potassium replacement. So that's pretty much the only event that happened on this shift. I'm glad the nursing night shift went well for the first time. On my way home, I stopped at the warehouse. I brought stuff to the post office. And then I went home to sleep. Sleep good because I think I got another shift tonight. Let me check. No. Wait, yes I do. I do have another night shift tonight. So I'll let you know how that goes. Till then, peace.